Yo, what is up, you guys? It's Dominator here, and I'm back with part 2 of how to obtain your legit shiny Mew in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So, this is the longest part because this is the actual shiny hunting part. And to get a shiny in Pokemon Red, Blue, all the way to Pokemon, I think the odds are changed in 6th Gen. So it's a 1 in 8,192 chance. Except, it works a little different on, Red and Blue and Gold and Silver and Crystal. So, what you gotta do is do the Mew glitch. And I had a search tutorial because like I said in the last video, I've never done this before. But it's really easy. They're just kind of long, soft resets. Now, I've done this twice before, and the Mew wasn't shiny, unfortunately. But, what you gotta do is do the Mew glitch. So, I'm not gonna explain it. I'm just gonna put the video link in the description below. So, gotta teleport. It does help to have a sleeper. So like I have Drake Bell. He's oh wow, did you see that? I turned into like letters. He turns into he's a Bellsprout, and he has Sleep Powder, which you get Sleep Powder at level 18 and Bellsprout, so it's kind of a grind, but it's not terrible. I don't know what level Oddish gets it, so if you have red version, then it's figure it out, search it. But so yeah, we do that little glitch right there, then we go in here, and then this is very important. You have to leave this guy unbattled, obviously, if you know what you're doing. You battle him, and then it's actually I thought this glitch took longer than it did, but it's pretty quick. It's still a long what you call it, soft reset, because you have to battle the Pokemon. What I might do is I might grind up my Pokemon so that everyone just one-shots this Pokemon, because that's pretty. Because doing this over and over again for one soft reset is kind of annoying. But bear with me. I have a very important step. I just screwed something up. Getting out my counter app because I need to add it to 3. I'm so hyped for this, even though like it's gonna take forever to get a shiny Mew, unless I get really lucky. Some people get shinies on like really quickly, like a couple hundred tries, but I've never had that luxury, except for when I was not hunting for a shiny. I ended up getting one. I mean, I've gotten 2 random encounters, but one was actually really lucky, and the other one I was doing random encounters for a while. I wasn't keeping track though. But the other one was, yeah, the other one was really lucky, and then the one I wasn't hunting, that I was just going for a normal Pokemon with a specific nature, I got that under 50. So there's that. Okay, so I have it on Switch Battle. This helps, so you don't have to, like, waste a turn. So you gotta switch to someone who knows Growl, and I have my starter Petal Pal who knows Growl. Once he sends out the Shelter, this is important. Now, every time you growl the Shelter, it lowers the Mew's level by 1. I don't know how it works. So there's 1. So he tackles. Not a big deal. I'm level 26. There's 2. So Mew starts at level 7. And you want to do this 6 times to get him down to level 1. There's 3. And it doesn't make him easier to catch. In fact, it makes it harder to catch because you can't, like, lower his HP without killing him. Alright, there's 4. But yeah, this is essential. This is 5. I got a crit. Alright, and here's 6. And now we just take out the Shelter. So pretty easy. Just that's essential in order to figure out if he's shiny or not. That's because you can't just hunt. You can get shiny Mew without growling him like that, or not. Yeah, you can. It's just really hard. And you can't really determine it because I'll explain later. But we're going to catch Mew. And so all you do is go up here. So yeah, you got to growl the Shelter 6 times. It has to be the Shelter. Don't know why. It can't be the Horsey. It's got to be the Shelter. Alright, so you just walk up here and then, what do you know? Oh, the menu opens. So just hit B and there's Mew. So yeah. If you know how to do this, then I'm not telling you anything new, but for people who don't know and want to shiny hunt Mew, you have to growl. That is essential. So what I'm going to do is sleep powder. And the way it works on this game, I don't know if it's like this on every other game, but if you throw a Pokeball when he's asleep, it will always shake once. And if it shakes twice, that's an automatic catch. But it won't. It won't shake twice until a while unless you get really lucky. So it's going to shake once and break out. It's going to do that a lot. So you just got to keep chucking Pokeballs. This is another reason this is a really long soft reset. So there's Pokeball number 2. Broke out. If he's awake and you throw Pokeballs, it'll constantly say the Pokeball missed, which is no shakes at all. And if it shakes twice, that's an automatic catch. There's no like 2 shake, 3 shake catch. It's all just either you catch it or don't. That's what it's showing here. I think it's because of the glitch. So I caught him. See, he's caught. That was actually really fast though, because Mew's a legendary. The level of Mew does not matter, but you notice how he was level 1. I didn't really explain that, but he's level 1. Let's give him a nickname. Actually, we don't need to give him a nickname. We can nickname him in Lavender Town. Alright, so we caught Mew. There's another glitch. So he's level 1. He's impossible to determine his IVs, or his DVs, my bad. His DVs. Oh, I'm screwing up right now. It's impossible to determine his DVs at level 1 or level 7, because if you go into, if you, change his... if he's that low of a level, all his DV stats, like to determine what his DVs will be based on his stats, a lot of them are very similar. So it's really hard to tell. So what you gotta do is this other glitch. So after you lower him to level 1, there's this other glitch, because Pokemon aren't supposed to be level 1 in this game. You're not supposed to be able to get level 1 Pokemon in Red and Blue. So what you do is just go into random battle. It doesn't matter what Pokemon. Any Pokemon you kill him, you get at level 1 is going to level him up. So we're just going to switch into Petal Pal, because Petal Pal can one-shot everything. I don't know if you can one-shot everything, but... So you just kill one Pokemon. This won't screw up EVs, like stats based on EVs. So he's going to level up to level 100 automatically because of this glitch. Because he can't be level 1, he's going to be level 100. So there's the stats. I already know for a fact that he's not shiny because of that. But I'll explain later. So, yeah, you can't have a Pokemon that is level 1. So if you level up the level 1 Pokemon, it'll go straight to level 100. Now, usually I don't condone to this because it's like cheating getting your Pokemon to level 100. But this is the only way to determine if your Mew is shiny. So, the way shinies work on Gold and Silver is based on DVs. And if you have HP, Defense, Speed, and Special, all 10 out of 15 DVs, because they can only have 15, it's kind of like Pokemon Go, instead of 31. If I have all those at 10 out of 15, and then the attack stat, if it's either 2, 3, 6, 7, 10, 11, 14, or 15, I actually wrote that wrong, it's 4. 14 or 15, and the rest are all 10, that will be a shiny. It's really easy to determine though, because I think Mew's stats should be like 225 or something at 10. But so this is the easy way to check it. So this Mew is obviously not shiny. I know that, but just to check, we're going to get out of the capture card thing and go into Google. Now, so this is the video I used. It's Verlicifies, showing how to get shiny Pokemon. Now, it says the attack, that's for Gold and Silver. The attack must be these for Gold and Silver. But in Pokemon Sun and Moon, it works differently with the Pokebank transfer. It switches attack and defense. So attack has to be 10, and defense has to be one of those numbers. It can be any of those numbers. 2, 3, 6, 7, 10, 11, 14, 15. So you go. So I have this. I'll link this in the description. This is really helpful. I tried to see if Mew was if you could do it at level 7. You really can't. So this is Mew level 7, and this is like, see how all these stats. It's pretty hard to see, but see how all these stats are like the same at every single one of these DVs. That makes it so it's impossible, because it'll basically look like it's shiny every time when it's not. So what you gotta do is you gotta change this to 100. And yeah, because you're killing, like I said before, if you're killing one Pokemon, it's not gonna switch its stats because it's only giving you one EV. So you calculate. So yeah, so they're all 225 except for the HP, which is 330. And then you look at defense. Defense has to be one of these numbers. So 2 could be either 209, 3 can be either 211. This is a really small screen. I wish I could make it bigger. I probably can. Let's see. Yeah, you can. You can definitely make it bigger. All right. So 2, 3. I was at 3. So 211 is 3. 6 is 217. 7 is 219. 10 is 225, obviously. That's always the same. 11 is 227. 14 is 233. And 15 is 235. So I'll probably just write those specific stats down. Just so it's a lot easier. And then the rest have to be 225, except for HP, which is 330. Has to be 330. So, right off the bat, HP is almost 330, but that automatically means it's not shiny, because it has to be 330. And then attack is not 225. Special is almost 225, and then defense is not, whatever. It was like 217, I think, was the closest. Speed is not 225. So, that is automatically non-shiny. So what you gotta do is, I don't have the screen up. Let me see. I wonder if I can fix it. Alright. So now we're like this. And it has the little touch screen at the bottom. Touch screen. You can do a soft reset just like that. And that's all you do. You just do that. You catch the Mew at level 1. You have to do the growl on the Shelter 6 times in order to get him at level 1. I gotta add 1 to my counter. I probably should have just had that virtual console thing up the whole time. But, so yeah, you basically just do this over and over again. Like I said, I might grind up my Pokemon, at least Drake Bell, until he can just one-shot everyone in, or I could just start with Petal Pal. Because Petal Pal's the one that needs to growl. So, yeah, just... Oh, I screwed up, so you just reset. I screwed up, so just reset. Yeah, and that's basically it. You do that until all the stats match, and then the Pokemon, if all the stats match the way they're supposed to, like I said, I'm going to write down the stats for defense, so I know. Not attack, it's defense in Sun and Moon. If you're transferring to Gold and Crystal, which you can't, because they don't have Virtual Console for Crystal, Gold, Silver, Crystal, then it'd be attack. But since it's Sun and Moon, it's defense that has to be the weird stats. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this part. This will be the longest between parts because, like I said, I want to get this Mew legit. I don't want to... You can actually do... The next glitch that we do to change its ID number, you can also exploit that to change it to a shiny Mew, but I'm not going to do that. I want to actually get it legit. I want a soft reset for it. So we're not going to do that. So this is going to take a while. 1 in 8,192 chance, like usual with Gen 1 through Gen 5 is all that. So yeah, that's going to be it for this part. Stay tuned. If you want to stay tuned and make sure you get caught up on the parts, so you don't miss it, you can subscribe to me and ring the bell and you get notified for video posts, and I will post it as soon as I get the shiny and record an episode. So that will happen. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share it if you want to know. I have the links. I also put the link to the Twitter page of the guy who essentially told me this, how to do this, so shout out to him. I'll put that in the description below because he deserves all the credit. Because I forget who actually figured it out. It might have been him. But yeah, so I'll link him in the description. I'll link the videos on how to like determine the DVs and link to the thing. So yeah, that's gonna be it, and I will see you in the next video. Holy crap, guys, I accidentally goofed big time on telling you how to do this. So it turns out that if you kill a Pokemon, it gives it up stats with the EVs. It's completely different from normal EVs now, and I didn't know that. So I gave you the wrong calculations of the stats you need to get. So let me show you the new ones. So this was here. I'll show you these were the stats that I gave you for the wild just caught ones. But if you're leveling it up to 100 the way I'm doing it, you want to give it 1 stat point because you're only killing 1 Pokemon, and then the stats match up, because I was wondering why my stats weren't matching up with any of them. But now they match up completely 100%. So you just add 1 stat point and then you have all the stats. So I'm so sorry about that. It's the same thing. You need 10 for like everything except defense. So like it's 226 instead of 225. Then defense you need whatever it is. It's like 2, 3, 6, 7, 10, 11, 14, and 15. So whatever those numbers are for defense. And then HP, I also said matters. It doesn't matter because if you have all the other things correct, the HP stat will be either 0 or 8, which is what it needs to be for shiny. And that's just how it works. HP is determined by IVs. So sorry about that. Another thing was that, so this guy's not shiny, but another thing is I've been going to the route left of Celadon, or of Cerulean, my bad, because sometimes if you give him too much experience, it'll go to just level 2. And only Pidgey gave him enough experience to not go to level 2. All the other Pokemon would. So this route is way better. To the left of Cerulean, the only Pokemon you can't kill is level 10 Sandshrew. You can kill any other Pokemon easy, and it'll level him up to 100. So keep that in mind as well, if you don't want him to go to level 2 accidentally. But yeah, so that was a quick update. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment, and I'll try to explain them. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.